to create a web application, create a C# web application. Now you may say, why C#? I just want to give you variety. I've been teaching Python. I thought maybe let's teach C#. So we'll create a C# web app, right? In this web app, we want to create it, and then we'll push this into Azure repository, Azure repo. Now, in order for us to do that, first we'll install to Git, we'll push to Git and Git through Azure repo. Let's push storage. This application is just a hello world. So we're going to create, we're not going to write a code. We're going to use ready-made sample application from Microsoft. If I need to create a code, there are simple 3 codes are there. You can create a new .NET application. There are tons of ways you can create, but Microsoft does give you sample applications, so I'm going to use it. Now, once I have Azure repo, I will try to create Azure account. If you don't have Azure account, you should have done an Azure account because you need an Azure account. In Azure account, I will create a sample web application, which is called app service sample. So making sure the application works. So in Azure, please pay attention. In Azure Cloud, I'll create a sample web app just to make sure it works with a public IP. Now I have to create a CI/CD pipeline, which you all know. CI stands for continuous integration. Now, continuous integration, there are steps involved. Which is the CI, continuous integration. So first CI, which is we are going to create in Azure DevOps. And Azure DevOps itself is a separate account. So this is the Azure Cloud is an account. So you need to create another account called Azure DevOps. Now this is tricky. Some of you may have an error because you have to have paid subscription, because they do have a free account, but you have to wait for that. And I don't think we can wait for doing this lab. So you need to have a paid subscription. Now, what is paid subscriptions and all? I'm assuming you are taking Azure class. If not, just watch, because you need a paid subscription. Paid means credit card associated. So you have a Azure paid subscription, then DevOps account will be created, and we can ask Azure DevOps to create agents. And when they create agent, they're going to charge you. The agent is nothing but a machine which will help you to do this CI work. CI means, like example, if you remember in Jenkins, we do like a build, right? Build in the sense of build Maven and all, right? So we build it, then we do test it, then we do a small activity. That's a CI. So for that, you need a agents. So they will charge money because they will, create a machine. Once it is done, we are going to create DevOps pipeline, DevOps deployment pipeline, my mistake, CD, which is deployment. For that, we're gonna use this build aspect along with that final thing which you build, which will store into Artifactory, which we're gonna store into Artifactory, and from Artifactory we'll take it and then we'll deploy to Azure. Now, Azure DevOps has a capability to deploy in Azure, Google Cloud, or AWS. So you can deploy to AWS also. So let's example, once you do CI you can build in Azure DevOps, and then you can deploy in any environment you want. So Azure DevOps is very flexible, very popular. So this is what we're going to do it. But before I go, there are certain terms I need to cover. High level, this exercise may take 1 hour plus if you are lucky. Good news, this exercise has a lot of goodies, so you will learn about it. But CI and CD has a lot of concepts, so I need to walk you through. Are you guys understanding high level? We're going to do C# application. We'll put it in a Git. Then we'll do CI pipeline through Azure DevOps. And then we'll deploy that file, that application, web application in Azure account. So Azure, there's a concept called Azure Web App. So first we'll create a framework template, and then new code, which we are building it, we're going to deploy. End-to-end thing can be done through YAML file. And you're going to learn step by step. Good. So first thing, I want all of us to click here in our Google class and go to this pipeline, Azure pipeline. And once you are there, give me a thumbs up. First, I'll cover the concept, because I have a quiz also, which I want you all to go with me. I'll go over the quiz part. Let me know if you're here. Through PowerPoint, you can jump into this forum. I'm hoping you are all there. Pretty good. Okay. Now, this exercise, which will give you confidence. So those who know Jenkins, which is if you are going for DevOps engineer, there are few technology you must know if you want to be successful. The first technology is Jenkins. So Jenkins does cover with Git, Maven, JUnit, TestNG, then pipeline, which is stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, right? Dev pipeline, QA pipeline, like that. So we cover that part. Now there is an alternative technology people are using, which is called Azure DevOps. So Azure DevOps you should know if you are going for DevOps engineer. Of course, you should know Terraform, Docker, Kubernetes, and that's what we covered so far. So Docker and Kubernetes we completed today. Next week we're going to do Terraform. So next couple of weeks we'll do Terraform. We have a lot to cover, so don't miss the class. And those who are coming late, to be honest with you, you're missing a big thing because this is your capstone project. So make sure you always remain on time, because this is not a class which you can repeat, because we cover after a few months. This is not like we daily offer this. Okay. So now back to business. So first of all, why we are using Azure DevOps? The most important part is unified platform. You can do almost everything in one platform. So it's kind of easy. It's a cloud agnostic, means you can deploy your application to any cloud. So Jenkins is open source, while Azure DevOps is supported by Microsoft. Of course, you pay a little bit, but you get a industry standard, right? So very important. It supports almost all popular language in the world, so you don't have a problem. It can scale, right? It is secure, and it is a lot of template available. You can create a nice dashboard. So Azure DevOps is actually for everything. So those who know Jira, right? Just to give idea, you will be surprised what I'm going to teach you. Just like you do Jira, the people who do Azure DevOps, there is a concept called plan. So there is a Azure plan. So you can do Trello type of thing. So Azure DevOps does give you Trello type of thing. So you don't need to use Jira. You can do story, task, and you can link also. Everything can be done. So Azure DevOps is not just for CI/CD pipeline. It is for planning, unit testing. You can do unit test also. So they can create a test plan, test document, and you can do DevOps. So developers, product owner, QA, and CI/CD all can work with the same tool. And that's why it's a very uniform tool, bringing everyone together. It's very powerful. I have some video in case if you want to read about it, watch about it, I would definitely do so. Now, how overall it will work? So if you are a developer will write a code. In our case, we'll write a code in C#. We'll store the code in a repository, and then we are going to do PR. Please pay attention. These are interview questions. PR is nothing but you have created your pull request basically. So you have created your code and you want to commit to the master. So before you go to PR in the sense of you're sending request to your leader, there is a concept called policy. Policy means people will say what you should have before you do PR. How many people should approve? One person should approve, 2% should approve. You should have certain things, precondition. So PR request, you can add a policy, PR policy. What is PR means? It says you don't want anybody to commit. You want structure review happens, code review happen by team, and then allow so you can have a good quality code goes. Once you have the PR, then you are doing unit test, you're building, and once you put it in Artifactory. Artifactory you put just like a repository. The reason you put in Artifactory is something goes wrong, you can pull the last build from Artifactory and restore it. So you can do failover quickly or DR quickly. Next, after you do that, you are doing Azure pipeline. Pipeline is nothing but multiple steps you are performing. In pipeline, you do build, unit test and all, and then you are going to do deployment. When you deploy, you're staging. So you can deploy in dev environment, you can deploy in QA environment. This is the pipeline, just like a Jenkins. Now, when you are doing deployment, here we will use today as a Azure services to deploy, but you can also deploy to cloud, Google Cloud, or AWS Cloud also. Good news about all Azure part can be monitored. You can have log analysis, and you can have varieties of dashboard. So dashboard will allow overall view what is developed, what is deployed, what is tested. So you kind of a lot of things you can learn. So far, so good. Any questions so far? Right. So question people will ask in interview question, they may ask, what is PR? So PR is nothing but review. What is policy? Policy is something you define rule. Sometimes you want to make sure security is implemented. So who can access, who can execute, who can allow, who cannot allow. So there are a lot of security aspects also there. So we have some information. You guys can read about it, but PR you must know. So PR is like example, your branch, right? People are working on a feature branch. Once the branch is done, when they merge, there is a PR. So there will be a code review will happen, and then you do that. Anytime you deploy, you always deploy from master. Feature branch you do for testing purpose or bug fixing purpose. Once you tested it, you always merge it. So when you merge, right, there should be a PR request. Right? These are all we talk about. So now high level, how it will look like. So you as a developer, write a code, build it, test it. Once it's complete, you're going to do push. This is there you are going to do pull request. There are senior people in your team will review, and then they're going to do CI. When you do the CI is nothing but build, run, and test and create an image. Sometimes you create a Docker image and deploy. If you're not doing Docker image, you can deploy DLL file or exe file, and then you do deployment. So CI can be, this is will be done in Azure DevOps, and this can be done in a preferred cloud. It can be AWS or Azure cloud. So we'll try to do Azure. Okay. Scroll down, and there are so many things I have explained, but we are not going to go this way. We have step-by-step things are there. So right now, if you can scroll all the way down, there is a Word document I prepared. You guys can read about, there are some homeworks are there. You guys can do that part, but right now, go to last document, create Azure pipeline and click on it so you can open the document. This is the brand new exercise, has nothing to do with AWS. So you guys can follow along. Okay. There are a few things I may have not installed, so we'll install as we go further. One is Azure client. We need to install Azure client. I think I might have missed that, but we'll do that. Just like you have AWS client, we need to install Azure cloud, but we'll see how it works. Okay. Are you guys able to open the Word document? If yes, give me thumbs up so we can get started. Good, good. Awesome. Again, in case if you don't know where it is, we are in a forum. We are at the last stage where we have this pipeline. Now, before we go into detail, this Word document, this is the picture. So here, we are going to walk through all. We're going to create a .NET Core web application. So you can create in Visual Studio, or you can pre-made the applications. So you can download the application, and then you can do the repo, which is the commit. Then we'll do CI, then we'll do pipeline, we'll do artifact, we'll release, and deploy. This is what we want to do, entire pipeline. In a real life, this is 2-3 weeks of effort, right? Because the person who is doing the work, if person doesn't know, it's 2-3 weeks. Sometimes in my work environment, it takes 3-4 months also. So it's not, I'm not kidding. Because if person is not expert, it's going to take a long time. We're going to do all those things in less than 1 hour. Why? Because we have step. Anytime, first time you do is significant time consuming because there are so many errors you get. But if you know it well, and that's why the forum will be very helpful. Scroll down. The first is a prerequisite. You do need to have GitHub account, which I think majority you have. We need an Azure DevOps account and we need an Azure account. So if you don't have, you can quickly create it, but we may not have enough time to do all those things. I did send an email and all. I'm hoping everyone, last week also I mentioned that you should create an account, but if you don't have an account, you may want to create later. Now this link is there. If you can open this file, it has a simple web application which we can use for our learning purpose. So I'm going to right click here and I'm going to open hyperlink if I can. For some reason it's so it opens. This is Microsoft gives you. Initially I was thinking to create a brand new application, but I thought if I can start something which gives you a little bit guideline, this is very easy because Microsoft document, you can use it, you can follow it without any difficulty. So I use their sample application as a starting point. So if you come here, sign up for Azure Pipeline. If you come here, it says first thing first. So if you don't have a Microsoft account, you can create. So if you don't have an account, you can create and go to Azure DevOps to get started. So now there are situations here. Please don't click anywhere. This is first thing, but before that, I need to go here. We are going to create 2 accounts. If you don't have, so please understand, we are going to do first Azure account. So if you don't have, you need to create an account and you need to have paid subscription. And we also need to have Azure DevOps account. So first thing, let's click here and see if you guys can log in. If you do not have an account, you can get started. So you can get started with Azure and log in. So if I click on this, I do have an account, so I should be able to log in. This one has a problem, I'll be honest with you, but they give you 40 days or 30 days, which is okay. So technically is not bad. This one, the only problem is when you do agents, you will have error. What is the agents? So if you remember in Jenkins, we call server. Jenkins has a server, and server, there are called build agents. So build agents are pre-configured. So if you want custom, like example, Python build, then you install the software. If you want C#, you install the software. So when you send the request, the build happens. If you do yourself, then it is called custom managed. But if you want AWS to create the machine for you on fly, install the software and run, this is called Azure managed. Azure managed required paid account. Don't worry, try account if you don't have. So I'm going to click on try Azure free account. If it cries, we'll fix it. So this is not the account I want. So I do not want this account. So I don't want to forget. I do not want this account. My mistake. So let me do sign in, forgot password. I don't want to do. No, I don't want to go here. Let me do one thing. I'll copy this and open in another browser because I do not want to. Let me go to Google Chrome and see if I can get a prompt. Because I have my another account. Okay. Okay, this is what I want. So I have my own account, which I created through Gmail, and I'm going to log in. If you don't have an account, you need to create an account. So this part, I hope you can complete that. It's going to ask your phone number and all. Let's get skip for now. And I'm getting into Azure DevOps. So it said, look like you already have an account. And you can see sign up as pay as you go or existing subscription in your account. I'll use, for my case, I have to do existing subscription. In your case, you may want to do sign up and pay as you go subscription. So I have existing subscription, so I'm going to go with that. This is a little tricky, creating account and all, because there is no special way they are doing. There are 2 different accounts. So right now I'm in. So this is my Azure DevOps. I'm in Azure DevOps. If you guys can able to log in, and if you're able to get, you may not have exit screen as mine because I have some pre-work, but you might be able to see something like this. If you are able to do, give me thumbs up. If not, you do need to create Azure account and Azure subscription. Where are you guys? Okay, try a little bit if you are able to do. Meantime, I'll also log in with Azure Cloud. So I'll log in with Azure Cloud. So I'll say Azure Cloud, Azure login. Just please understand there are 2 things. One is Azure DevOps. So this is the DevOps you log in, and this is I'm logging in Azure Azure side. So this has two different accounts you have. Subscription you normally create in Azure. So I'm going to log in to the Azure side. Sign in. Because I have same ID, I should be able to log into the Azure without any difficulty because I use the same ID for both cases. Now this went to the Azure DevOps. Yeah, but this is perfect. So this is perfect. Yeah, that's fine. So I logged in Azure for time being. That's fine. Are you guys here? Where are you guys? People on phone? Are you guys able to log in with Azure? Okay. Yeah.
I have Azure account, but I don't have a DevOps account, so
No.
I skip this.
It will come. It will come. You should be able to do that. Don't worry. Eventually, you will get that. No worries. So
Okay.
yeah, it's not that complex. So we'll be able to do. So let's came here. Sorry, I opened this link, right? So where did I open this link? Not this one. I'll go back here. Where did my link went? Okay, let me copy this link. I'm gonna open this thing. Control. Copy this link, and I'm gonna paste it here somewhere. Control V. Okay. So right now we are here. Now please understand. Now this is what I want to create a Azure account. We'll do that. Not a problem. Try Azure free or pay as you go. No problem. Now at this moment, if you see here, create your first pipeline. So we're gonna click on this button. Create your first pipeline. Click on create your first pipeline. Okay. Once you click on that, it will take you to the instruction page, which is here. Now, there are different type of applications you can deploy for testing purpose. I chosen to use .NET because I wanted to teach you guys. Python is similar or Java is similar. So let's click on .NET. Can account everyone is here. Now, what we are going to do, we're going to follow these instructions. Some of the instruction doesn't make sense to us, but we'll follow. Goal of the exercise. This is the simple application. Using Git, we're going to bring it to local environment and we'll play around. So you can see here, this is what we have. So we're going to copy this link. So I copy this link, copy this link. Now go to your command prompt, start CMD, and in CMD, we're going to create, no, that's fine. We can just do git clone and right click and paste. Git clone, right click and paste. Make sense? When you press enter, it's going to clone the application and it will create a folder called pipeline.net code. It will create a folder called pipeline.net code. It may take a minute or two. Good. So please understand what is the clone means. Clone is creating a copy from server into local machine. Now this directory is created. So we're going to use cd, change directory, and we'll give a directory name so we can go inside. So we can say cd, right? Pipeline, right? And press enter. And if I do dir, this much code, I got it. So I can do cd. If I do cd, I'm inside the directory. And if I do dir, I can see the code which I got it from internet. These are all code I got. Again, my goal is not to teach you right now C#, but code is there. This is .NET code. So good news, we're done with that step. I'll go back to my Word document because in my Word document, I have a lot of steps, step by step. So right now, we are here. I'll come to here. We are here for time being. Okay. So we did we created a clone. Not here. 1 second. I think I skipped one step. Just 1 minute. I want to make sure. Create this one is will come to here. We'll come to here. We'll come to here. Yeah, we are here. So we just did this exercise. We created git clone and all project files we have locally. Now what we are going to do, please pay attention. From local machine, we're going to push this file to our GitHub account. So we're going to drag and drop. Everything is in local machine. How do I know that? Because we did this, and the location, please pay attention. The location is C drive user ITXPS in my case here. So I will open this in a file explorer and be ready with that. So this is my location. So I'll say C drive user ITXPS. So I go to here, C drive, right? I follow the path. So it's kind of easy for me to drag and drop users, right? ITXPS and pipeline.net. So yeah, this one is ready. So this one has everything. So this is the location where I have my code. Now go to browser and log into your GitHub account. So I'll log into GitHub account. I think you all have accounts, so you don't have to sign up because we have been using from GitHub for a while. So log into your GitHub account. Right. I already have pipeline. I already have pipeline. So for me, don't want to do this thing. So let's see. I will create a new pipeline, but you can follow along. So I already have pipeline. So goal of the exercise, we will use the same naming convention. Okay. So I'll use one, but you don't have to use one. Okay. So if you are in a GitHub, you are able to see something like this, right? Click on the plus and create a new repository. Click on plus and create a new repository. And we'll say new repository. The goal of the exercise, you give a name.
I don't see that folder name in my GitHub. What
You
I
don't
do?
have. No, you will not have. You need to create it. So click on plus sign, create a new repository. You have to create a new repo because I have done it before, so I have it. So new repo. Now, just like in your directory, if you see your directory has the name pipeline, this highlight this portion like this, right? Highlight this portion, Control C, right? So you can see Control C like that, right? And you can paste it here. So for me, I already have a repository. Are you understand? For me, I already have a repository. So just for demonstration purpose, I'm going to use one. Okay. So I will use one, but you will use normal one. Okay. Just for knowledge. So that's my repository. You can give anything you want. I'm making a public. I'm going to add README. So I just add README. And that's pretty much it. So create a repository and change to README and say create. So create repository. So repository is created. Pretty easy, right? We have been doing this for a while. Good?
Yes.
Okay. Now here is the trick. What we are going to do, please follow me, then you will understand. Trick is this. What we are going to do, please understand. This portion, we have this code. This code we have, right? This code. We are going to drag and drop. That's what we are going to do. Drag and drop. But before you do that, I want to make sure you understand. See, from your computer, drag and drop all files right into GitHub. So basically, we are here, but we have to drag and drop. So our file should look like this. This is our main folder, and our file should look like this. Okay. So check it out. What we are going to do here. This is our location, right? I want to drag all these files into my repository. So easy language, you click on add files right here. There is a file, click on plus file, right? Click on plus and you can say upload files, upload files, upload files. Now I'm going to do Control A and drag and drop all files here. Control A, drag and drop all files here. Make sense? Control A, drag and drop all files here. Right? Make sense? And once you complete that, it will ask you to commit. So you can see all files, you got it from your local machine. That's a sample file. So I'm going to say initial copy. Initial copy. And I'll say commit. And when you do that, your code is now in your personal repository. And your screen will look like mine. You have project name and you have all folders. Give me thumbs up. So this is your starting point. You could do that through git command also, but I want to cut the corner. So I drag and drop. Otherwise, git add. Remember, we have studied git add commit and push. You can do that, but I want to drag and drop so it can speed up the work. Can I count everyone is good so far? So this is your master repository, right? So this is the step 1 is done. So congratulations, we are 10% done. So we are here, we are matching here. Now what need to do? So we need to go up a little bit and up. And we have to log in into here. So here you can see the link, sign up Azure DevOps. So you're going to click on that. We can do control click and it will take you to the new URL. And here, if you don't have it, go here, otherwise click on here. So I'm going to click on, I have an account. So I'm going to click on Azure DevOps. Good. So if I click on Azure DevOps, it should take me in and get started with Azure DevOps. So pay as you go. It should take me in. This is challenge. It should not take me here. That's my problem. Let me do sign in. It somehow pick it up my local machine. Come on. I want to come out from postpone MFA. Continue without postpone. Okay, here you go. Use different account because I have different account. So I will be logging with my Gmail account. This is a little bit challenge because there are two accounts you have. One is Azure DevOps and one is Azure account. So that's the pain point. So now it should give me in. Oops. Your account from identityproviderlive.com. Let me do one thing. I'll start with the incognito because I'm not sure why it is coming up. So what I'll do is I'll go back here and I'll open in incognito because I'm using Office 360 account. So it's keep crying. So let me copy that and open in incognito because I don't want this guys to create a challenge for me. Because I have an account and it is still using my IT expert account, which is not right. So incognito will allow me to log in properly. Good. So I'll do sign in. Okay. You cannot use free account. Sorry? You cannot use free account. You can use free account, but lab won't work. Later on, you will have error. You can do some of the steps. 80% step you will be able to do, but last step you won't be able to do. Okay. Stay signing, keep having a signing, stay signing. Yes. Yeah, perfect. Now I'm good. This is what I was looking for. Okay, give me. Okay. Yeah. See how much pain it is to go through. This is something that doesn't happen in our AWS. This is where a little bit harder for usability perspective, but otherwise you are in. So now I'm in Azure DevOps. So I have two accounts. One is Azure DevOps and one is Azure. Good. Good so far. Yeah. Now, just to give idea, anytime you are, see, you are here, right? These services are Azure, right? But if you search here, Azure DevOps, yeah, search Azure DevOps and you will see like this, Azure DevOps. Search Azure DevOps and you will see like the Azure DevOps. Okay. Now, if I click here, it should change the look and feel. I'm not looking for this. I want to jump into not this one. My screen is not matching as mine. 1 second. This is good. I don't think this is the right one. Azure DevOps. Click on this one, Azure DevOps Organizations. Azure DevOps Organizations. The screen should switch. Azure DevOps. Yes. Yeah. Azure DevOps. Search Azure DevOps Organizations and you will look for My Azure DevOps Organizations. My Azure DevOps Organizations. Your dashboard should change. Yes. And you will be totally different dashboard like this. Your dashboard will be different, like this. Are you guys able to see? A little bit tricky. So every time I'm logging to Azure DevOps, it is taking me to the Azure, but I search here Azure DevOps Organizations and I'm here. Okay, good. Now we can follow the documents. So now we are here. We are in Azure DevOps. Now we're going to create a new project and we'll create a name first project. So I am here. I'm going to create new organization, first organization. So I'll say, okay, continue. It might ask you this, just a continue. Whatever name it is asking, right? We follow that. What is this one? How to write even? J S J S R J. What is that? 45 P? 45 P capital? I hope so. No. This is like crazy, yeah? What is this one now? N 34
S34 WQYS.
Yeah. So now help me. What is this one? W4. Sometimes I'm thinking it's capital, lowercase is a problem. What is the problem here? Is it capital P or lower P? Lower P, W, 5Q.
I think that's lowercase, yeah.
Try this one. maximum number of organizations. Or maximum number of organizations reach. So it's airing out the maximum number of organizations reached. So what I'm going to do, I'll go back, because for me, I may not be able to create organization, but you guys are able to create organization, right? So I already have organizations, so I'm fine. Is that okay? Because I already have organizations, right? So if you are able to see the organizations, right, you click on the organizations, click on that. So if you click on, your screen will change. Good.
It's asking me to create a new organization.
First time you need to create. So you can say first project or something, or my organization, whatever name. First time you need to create. But I already have an organization, so it's great, right? So can I count everyone is here, right? Now we are going to create a new project, right? I'm going to create a new project. So click on new project, and I will do first project 1, but you will do first project. Make sense or not? So I'll say first lowercase first project. I'll do 1 because I have already a project. You will do first project. I'll do first project 1. Make sense? And then you're going to click on create. So that project is created. This is nothing but a folder. So just like in Jenkins, if you remember, we were creating a project. So this is a project. Can I count everyone is here so far? Right? Things are matching or no? What you're seeing?
Just like
Uh-huh.
with the first project, I cannot see the option.
Click on that. You have to click on the project. Then what you are seeing?
Just like project screens and members.
You have to click somewhere. You will get the connect, right? Because project is nothing but just like this. So you are not getting connect, or
You need to click on Python.
no, I will do later, but he's not able to see anything. So that's where the problem is. You may want to refresh or go to yeah. Okay, pipeline, good. Normally you can go to overview. Let me go back to my project here, and this is my pipeline. Okay. Now, are we good? Okay. So let's go back to the Word document. So we have created this project. Now we are going to create a pipeline. Okay. So pipeline is nothing but multiple steps. So let's do it. So we're going to say create pipeline. Now, when you do create pipeline, the first thing it will ask, what is your repository, right? Ideally, we can use GitHub or we can use Azure repo. I'm using Azure repo this time. So if I scroll down, it says, what is choose your repository containing .NET Core application and starter pipeline. So we are going to use Azure, authorize Azure DevOps, select GitHub and this thing. So pipeline create, GitHub as a source code, which we have. Remember, we drag and drop our code. So here we'll say GitHub, and it will ask us credentials and all because you are going to log in, right? Now same your GitHub account. So you're giving GitHub account, which will naturally, it will ask, are you sure Azure DevOps can access it? We'll say yes. So it is going to give a token, and Azure DevOps is now able to select it. So all projects are visible. Good so far? People on phone, I'm hoping you're following. Right? Now select your project, which you just drag and drop. So we're going to click on that. So when you click on that, it is saying, okay, I have the project. Everything looks good. And we do need to give permission. So yeah, approve, install, approve and install. Give permission, approve and install. Approve and install. So it will bring you back to the normal. And picking the account, I'm going to use that normal. So you're back to the pipeline portion. Good so far? Yes, sir. Now it is giving you template. So there will be a question in your quiz. What is template? So configuring pipeline, Azure gives you almost hundreds of template. Template means reusable. So like example, if you do .NET, so it knows how to build .NET application. If you say Python, it creates dummy pipeline. So you don't have to write code. Templates are ready. Templates are reusable. So, for example, if you have 50 teams, they are doing .NET. If you create one template, then it's carbon copy. And the Azure DevOps gives you templates. So here we have options here. Starter pipeline or existing Azure pipeline YAML file. Now, technically speaking, there are more. So if you do so more, you get more options like that. Now, I know what I'm doing. So I can select, I'm going to do ASP.NET code. Ideally, you can use, if you are doing like a Kubernetes deployment, then you can do Kubernetes. These are ready-made template you can use. But I found that ready-made template does not work straightforward. I'll be honest with you. So you have to fix a little bit here and there. So it takes time. ChatGPT is wonderful to give you that fix. Right now, just for demo purpose, let's say I'm clicking on ASP.NET course. You will see it will create a YAML file for you like this. Make sense or not? So this is the file which is helping you to create a CI/CD. So what is this? So it's going to trigger the main branch pool. You are creating a pool image, which is Linux box variable release. You can create a environment also, and you are saying .NET build it, and then you are saying, so this is only going to build it, though it's not a big deal, but for time being we can play around if it's building or not, right? So this is like a YAML file. This is only going to do CI because it is not doing deployment, it's just building it. So we're going to save it for time being and run it. So we can learn a little bit. Save it, and there is a button called save, and it's going to build it. It will create a first pipeline, just like in Jenkins. If you remember, the build was happening. So right now it's building it. It takes a little time. Some of you will get error because you don't have paid version, because in order for build, it need an agent. Now agents we have not configured, so 90% it get an error because agents are not there. So that's a little tricky first time. After you figure it out, no problem. So right now there is job, right? It says status is queued. If I click on job, you can see here, it says like this, the job initialized .NET released unfinished job. So this is the time. It gives you information about it, all the job, what steps are, so it can do that. So build part, it is successfully doing that because it's not really deploying. So it doesn't need agent. But this is not enough. It is doing CI. What is CI? Means it's creating, like example, Java, it created a jar file. If you're a .NET, it created a DLL file. So it is building. Building means compiling. You can also do unit test, then you do deployment. But for deployment, you do need a machine. So machine will use in Azure, and we need to create a steps completely. Now, in order to do steps, we need to have agents. Now, some of you will have error if you don't have paid subscription. So I'll walk you through. So how it works. So if you go back to our Word document, we are able to do all those things, and we are able to run first time. So up to this we did, and we completed this part. We created new pipeline. We selected pipeline GitHub, we give access, and we are able to create a template. So we did up to here, and then we ran it. Now, this is a simple thing. We ran it, no problem, save and all. And at the end of the day, you are able to see this thing. Can I count everyone is here? Right? But that's not the intention. Our intention is to do CI/CD pipeline altogether. So now we're going to do edit pipeline, and we'll publish the steps. So let's go back to the pipeline. So if I click on here, pipeline one more time, and then if you see the three dots, here, you can edit the pipeline. Please see on the screen. This is, I'm going to edit. So when I edit the pipeline, it will take me to the YAML file, right? Now this YAML file, I'm going to replace whole YAML file because this YAML file was then, I would say, easy language template. This is beautiful part here. Please pay attention. This is the beautiful part. This allows us to add a task. So there's a concept called steps, right? So steps, job, step, and task. So these are tasks. Like example, let's say I want to do something. So if I select here, and if I configure through visual, like through GUI, it will add task here. So just I will do it. You don't do it. Just see here. Let's say I want to add a step called publish. So you don't do it. Just see here. So if I say publish, it give me options what I can do in publish. So there should be Azure publish. So one second. Publish. Service bus, no. Maybe deployed, not published. They got deployed. Yes, this is right. So you can see I search deploy in the sense of where I'm deploying. So let's example just for time being. If I say deploy and I say Azure App Service, please pay attention. So what I'm saying here, when it is building here, I want to deploy to Azure. So now you all need to have Azure account. In Azure account, you need to have subscription. In subscriptions, you need to provide where you're going to deploy. But you don't do, just see here what I'm going to show. So if I select like a Azure app service deploy, so it will ask me a lot of questions. Okay. Now resource manager. So that's your by default. But if I click here, it is asking my subscription. This subscriptions is coming from Azure. So if you do not have a subscription, it won't work. This one is my paid subscription. When you try, you may have an error because you don't have paid subscription. So let's example, I do paid subscription. So I click on it. I need to do authorize. So Azure DevOps is now talking to Azure and it try to see am I authorized? Because I have same username, it will work without any problem. So I authorize and it will work. Why? Because I have same account. Now it says where I want to deploy. So there are different things I want to deploy. So is it a Windows to deploy, Linux to deploy? So let's say I want to deploy on a Linux box. Then what is the app server name? So app server name I have not created here. So this is not coming here. Why? Because I have not created in Azure. Make sense or not? So how does this pre-populated? It will pre-populated if I go to Azure and create it. Make sense? So next step, we're going to create that thing in Azure. So let's go to Word document. Now, if I'm here, we did this, we did this, we did this, we did this. We ran it, we got it, no problem. Now, we are going to Azure. So follow me, go to Azure, which is in our case, this is Azure DevOps, right? But I'm going to Azure. This one is my Azure account. Make sense? In Azure account, I'm going to create web app. So let's do web app. Or you can just say resources. Here you will see just a web app. Yeah, you see here web app. So you can just search web app and you will see web app. Do you see web app or no? You guys, so it is written here in case if you are lost. So here, go to here and create a web app or search app services. So here, another way to do, go back here. You can also search app services like this, app services, and you can search app services. You can click on app services. You can find web app also. So if I click on app services, just click on app services, you will have options. So you will create a web app. So search app services. And that will give you option. What is app services? Nothing but container. App service means programming, right? And it gives you template to create the necessary structure. These are like pre-made template, which will, if you think about in AWS, it's a elastic beanstalk. It's a pre-made template. Took longer than I thought. Come on, come on, come on. Took longer than I thought. I will refresh. I hope it doesn't error out. Did you guys got the options for create a web app? Took longer for me some reason.
My job didn't run because it's stuck on like cannot create
Resources.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll help you. Don't worry. So click on app. I'm clicking. I think why it is stuck here. This is like a little bit. Okay, here I go. So if I come here, I'm going to click on create, and you can see there is options where create web app. I may need a little extra time tonight because I want to make sure I complete the exercise. This is like interesting but longer exercise. Web app. So here we are going to create a template, like I would say destination. This is our destination. So you do have to have a subscription. So I select a subscription. Resource group, we can create a new resource group. So you can give any new. So like today is August 6th. So I can say August 6 RG. RG means resource group. So that will allow me, oops, there's options for my mistake. It should allow me. That's fine. Yeah, new resource group, right? So I'm going to create a new resource group here. Create a new one. Click on new resource group. And here we can give any name. So like example, I'll say August, right? Today is 6 resource group RG. The resource group is because it will help us to delete everything. Just like we did in EKS deployment, right? This will allow us to delete everything. Otherwise, you have to delete one at a time, right? So in Azure, this is a wonderful thing, resource group. Now, name of the application, you can give any name, but I have given some example here. So we'll use, like I give my name, push web, you give your name. So here I'm going to give name as a name, Tom Web, doesn't matter. As long as name is alone and you get a sticky style, means it's good. We are going to do code, that's fine. We are not using container, which is good. Now runtime stack, which is you need a .NET. So we're going to use .NET 9, which is the latest and greatest API framework. Now I'm going to use Linux. You see what I'm doing is I'm creating an environment that I need a Linux environment. I need this application, this framework. So this will be a destination setup. So my application can run. Think about your Tomcat running. So we are trying to run Tomcat there or IIS there. So we can deploy the application. We are not creating infrastructure. This is the infrastructure. CI/CD is not creating infrastructure. If you want to create, you can, but we are creating pre-infrastructure. Just we are deploying the application. So we are here. Now for this one also I have selected. So if you scroll down, I have selected all options, web app, and here. So we are here. I'm selecting .NET and Central US. Okay, so let's do that. Central US. Central US. So we are good there. You do not need to change anything at this moment. So that's pretty much I need to have. So please understand, I selected this, I selected this. Now Linux plan by default, I have not changed. Pricing plan, I'm not changing anything. John redundancy means if I need a multiple availability zone and all, for time being, I'm not doing that because it's keeping it one. So I'm going to do review and create fast forward because I know it's going to work. So review and create. If it creates, it gives me URL. This will create a hello world type of application. So let's create it. And within a few minutes, it will create a web application. It also create a machine. First, it will create a machine. It will install .NET. A machine will have operating system Linux. It will create a .NET framework and it will install a sample application. Will give a couple of minutes. An application will be deployed and I will get a URL. So let it be complete. But any questions so far? So far, so good. Okay. It may take a couple of minutes. While it is doing, let's go to our Word document. So we did this exercise. And after a few minutes, we'll get a URL, which will test it. And when we test it, we should get this hello world, right? So it may come like after a few minutes. Then we are going to test it out. This is the URL, right? Now everything what we have with Azure. Now we will go to the Azure DevOps. So in Azure DevOps, now we have all information pre-populated. So I'll show you that as well. So now it's doing this part. You can click on go to resource. By now it should be done. Go to resource, click on go to resource, and you should have a domain name. And if you're able to see domain name, yep, right? Yes or no? And if you click on that, it should show hello web and it is working. Good. So we have Azure web app is working in Azure. Now, how do I get this information in our Azure DevOps? Please don't do, I'm just showing you, you do not do, just for showing. Remember, a few minutes back, I was not able to get this thing, but now I'm selecting web apps. And if I click here, still it's not coming. Let me refresh it. Let me go back here. Maybe if I toggle, first I'll toggle this, so it will forcefully maybe. And if I do Azure subscription, now WebEx Linux, right? App server name, I give a name, let's say. It should come automatically. It should come automatically. Let me refresh. Now deploy. Azure App Service deploy, right? So I selected, and I selected subscription. Did I selected this subscription? I think I selected that. Yeah. Now web app on Windows, no web app on Linux. It should, yeah, look at that. Yes or no? Remember we created this. You don't do anything, but you can see everything, it will come. Yes or no? Now, all those things, if you do add, it will add that task. Do you see that task? So if I put my cursor here, it will add my cursor. Now, this is normally doesn't work straightforward. It doesn't work straightforward. So I created a whole template for you. So now go to Word document. And if you scroll down, I have done entire things for you. So we can use that and then we'll play around. So if you scroll down, I have template created here. So whole template I created. Now you see the blue portion. You copy that blue portion. The only thing you need to change your name, application name. Copy the blue portion. I'm going to walk you through what is this blue portion is doing. Control C, Control C, and go to your here and just remove this part and paste it, this blue portion. Now what is this? So please understand, same concept. We have trigger main. We are using Ubuntu. We are building this. This is no change. But now we are publishing. So when you are publishing, we are saying .NET publish. This is the publish. So we are publishing. So this is the command I added from the template. So they're called task. I search and I added. But then I realized that it was not doing what I need. So I need to make sure whatever this guy built it, I use it. And then I use publish. So when I publish, it will create a nice zip file. Then I added, hey, create this zip file and put it into repository. So this is creating a repository and putting the zip file. And then I added another command to read that zip file, read the zip file and deploy. Read this file and deploy. So what is I'm expecting from this exercise? In this exercise, I should be able to build it, deploy it, and when I deploy, it should go to Azure and replace the dummy applications with my application. But it won't happen. Why? Because in order for me to deploy, this Azure DevOps will ask agents, which I don't have, so I have to configure it also. So see here, app name I have changed to, what is my app name? Tom, right? Am I right? What did I change the app name? Here, Tom Web, right? If there is a minor mistakes of naming conventions, it won't work. So I will be doing, help me in case if I made a mistake, Tom Web. So that part is pretty clear. And I don't think anything, sorry. Oh, my mistake. Yeah, my mistake. Tom Web. Anything else you see I hard coded anywhere? I don't think so, right? So it should go through. So right now, I'm going to do validate and save. It might ask me to save, so I'll save it. So this file is saved. So right now, this file is saved under my Git repo. This file is saved in my Git repo. Now I'm about to run. 99% it will error out because it is not finding agents to deploy that. So let's see here. So when I click on run and I run it, it will start and hopefully You can see right now it's starting. And if I click on the job, mostly it will error out. So pipeline needs permission, right? Now these errors you're continuously going to happen. Why? You need to set up a service account, which I'll show you how to do that. It's not that difficult. So if you click view, it will ask you to permissions, which I'm going to do permit. And I'll say permit. So now it start building. So permission is granted. Now, see right now, max currency is 0. So basically it's going to stop. It's not going to go further. Why it is not doing? Because it doesn't have the agents to build. So how do I add agents? So for that, you go to project setting. Go to project setting. In project setting, there is a concept called agent pool and parallel job. So we need to add a parallel jobs and agent pools there. So that instructions also written here in the document. So I'll show you. Yeah, here you go. You will have error. Yeah. So we are in project setting. Then user through vehicle permissions. But where is my setting part? Yeah. So here we go. So here I'm going here, and you can see that by default it's a 0, 0. So where did I go? Here. So if I come here, agent pools, we did agent pools. Yeah. So you can see in agent pool, this is right now is waiting because there is no pool at all. Okay. Now if I go to parallel jobs, in parallel jobs, the agents is 0, 0. So you will see that right now I'm using free tier architecture, right? And nothing. So I need to change this part. If I don't change, it won't work. So now there are two type of jobs I can run. The agent Microsoft hosted, so Microsoft will create it, and self-hosted. Now, if I do purchase parallel jobs, which is then I can have one additional thing. So I'm going to do purchase parallel job. This is where I am asking you need to have subscriptions in order to do so. Otherwise, it won't allow me. So here I'll say, you know what, I want to do Microsoft hosted, and let's say for time being, I'm going to do 2. You can do 1 also, no problem. And self-hosted, I don't need to do anything. Okay, this resources I need in order to process that. So I'll save it. It will set up that thing. So it may take a couple of minutes. So it's saved. Now billing part is good. Let me go back here. So I'll go back to setting one more time. Now I'll go back to parallel jobs. This parallel jobs. Okay. This is only one time you need to do parallel job because we are doing first time, making sure the jobs are there. I need enough agents. So you can see I have 2 jobs now, which allows me to run now. So most likely it will run. So I'll go back to my project. So I'll go back to my project, which is here. I'll go back to my project. I'm almost there. And if it works, great. So now this is my project 1. So I click on that. Right. And then pipeline. Sorry, my mistake. I think that was project. Let's see, where did it go? Pipeline. Yep. Pipeline. And this pipeline now I'm about to run. Okay. And if you are lucky, it should go. So right now job is running. Let's see here. Yep, it's moving forward. Now you can see it's working. It's initializing. Do you guys agree? You see that it's going. It's publishing. Let's see if it's successful. So it's doing CI. Publish, when it does, it will publish to the Azure. And if it published to Azure, means our entire system is working fine. You see, it went well. If it errored out, you can debug here also. Seems like going well. Has a lot of moving part, but if you do a couple of times, then it will be easy. Again, so successfully published and finalized. So seems like it doubly successfully completed. And so if you see here, it will give you all the details and finalized job. So it looks like went well. So publish, if I click on publish, I should get a URL. It will give me the URL. Yeah, this one. You see that? So if I copy this URL and if I paste it, this application is now deployed with my code. The original, no, not this one. I am copying this one. This is the URL. Oh, it copied the entire thing. Oh, let me click on that. It should take me to the application. Open a new tab. Yeah. So here you will see this is coming from our C#. The original hello world is gone. And you will see, seems like it's still deploying. Come on, come on, come on. You can see that application. If your application is administrator, you access to diagnose the resource, something wrong, will create a 6.0. I'm not confident that that could be a problem, but we can create it quickly. It won't take more time. So here, CBAP does subscription. Resource group will say, let's select the same. Web, we can say Tom 1, maybe. Remember that. See code, runtime, and runtime, there is no options for 6. So which one I use runtime? 1 second. Runtime. We use what? Which one? When we did this exercise, we use, see here, we use 9 STS, right? Secure, unique, ASP. That's it. Oh, I deploy on Windows, not on Linux. Okay. So here, let me try one more time. STS, 9 STS, code, Windows, right? And Central, USA. And then let's review Tom 1. Okay, this time review, create. Okay, Tom 1, create. Meantime, Tom 1, right? So hopefully it should not be a problem. I can go back here to my, and here I'll say Tom 1. Tom 1. Let's see if this guy's on. Okay, deployment successful. That's fine. It's taking a long time to deploy somehow. It should show up here. It's so slow. All resources. Okay. Resources Tom 1, right? That's what we did application. So this is a Tom 1. So Tom 1, we'll test it. Last effort, okay? We'll test it. If it works, this one will work default. So this is a default one, Tom 1. And we'll try to push. If it doesn't work, doesn't work. Tom 1, this one give a hello world. Come on, come on, come on. Term one. So this is term one. So this is my web app. Come on. Why is it taking so long time? Should be done now. Yeah. So term one is here. Last item, okay? Maybe it Windows versus that might be a problem. I'm not sure. We'll double check. This is the last attempt. So term one. And no, we have in here, right? Our repository. The repository here, term one. So I said we are not using anywhere .NET version. So I think there might be an opportunity. Does it ever thinks it gives me? No, it says you have to use 6.0 .NET list. And it said this port is not responding. And you can say use custom Docker image, install multiple runtime. I don't know. Right now we have no choice. We can do this part. And save it. Now run it. Job build. Everything is working. It's able to push it. It's not working because of the version mismatch. I'm not sure Windows versus Linux makes a big difference. These are called job and these are called steps or tasks. And from zip, given connection detail Azure app. This time it took longer than I thought, but it's maybe positive, right? Last time it was very fast. This time it took longer. I'm hoping it's positive sign. Yeah, so it's done. Now let's see. Open. Hey, it works. Right? So that was the issue. People on phone, I hope you can understand. It's quite a long exercise. I know staying a little bit longer. Thank you.